fans. Yeah.
For me, that looks like a perfect release date.
Yeah.
Where it's like we don't have that much stuff coming out so far that we know of.
There's not a lot of competition that week. So I would be their opening weekend.
Yeah.
Given that, there's probably not going to be a lot. Like one of my other movies that I'm anticipating, Dark Tower, I think that comes out before it. So, I don't see a lot of good competition. So
there should be a trailer for that coming out soon.
Yeah.
We'll
Didn't
definitely
they
talk about it.
move it back?
They moved that back. It was supposed to be in March or something, or February, and now they moved it back to July. But we'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah. Great trailer overall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely great trailer. I agree.
Yeah.
Great trailer.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't spoil none in the future trailers. Like,
No, hopefully not.
Or some guest spots or TV spots or something, man.
Yeah.
So much is leaking
I think
now.
TV spots.
I don't even watch TV spots, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll do. Me neither. I try to stay away because it gives away
trailers
a
I
little
do
too
watch.
much. For trailer reviews, we'll always give you guys reviews of the trailers, like trailer number 1 or 2. But TV spots, don't expect that much unless there's literally nothing that week.
Yeah.
But I think we're good with that. Do you guys want to move on to Fate of the Furious review?
Yeah, we can do that.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
We about to go on like.
It took longer than I expected.
All right, who wants to start it off?
Kick us off, Jesus.
All right.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Pros: The Rock and Jason Statham.
Yes.
And also another pro was the action sequences. They were really good. I enjoyed it. The car stunts and all that stuff was, it was also entertaining. I guess, in the Fast and Furious universe, I guess people rolling out of cars at 100 miles per hour doesn't affect them. Yeah, doesn't affect anybody. But I mean, a con for me was definitely Vin Diesel.
Well, what part of it? All of it?
I mean, just Vin Diesel's character, Dominic Toretto. I mean, he's a walking cliche, in my opinion. How do you go from being a car mechanic to like one of the best, I guess, what is it, secret agent?
Superheroes.
Unclassified.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne.
Groot. But yeah, I mean, the story itself was not that bad. I mean, I thought it was not better than Fast 5, but it was definitely better than most of the Fast and Furious movies that's been coming out. The villain, Charlize Theron, was also entertaining. I thought she played a good villain. I just didn't like the way they,
You didn't like her dreads?
The dreads were... it was kind of weird.
And the over makeup looked like she was
You mean she looks like Gone in 60 Seconds, Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, she was looking pretty crazy.
What's that one movie where she plays a hooker?
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, exactly.
Furiosa.
No, I mean, I thought she was a good villain until the end where... Spoiler alert. Or wait, hang on. Do we want to hold on to spoilers?
Yeah, let's hold on a little bit.
Okay, well, hold on. But yeah, I mean, Jason Statham, though, and The Rock, I definitely walked out and looked at Mike. I'm like, I would definitely watch a movie just with them, too.
Just them fighting each other.
Yeah. And going back and forth. That chemistry between them was, like, really good, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, my cons were Vin Diesel. They said family about 100,000 times in that movie.
Yeah.
But.
That's still too much.
And Vin Diesel's Spanish was also better than mine. But I'm not jealous.
No, it wasn't. You're lying. He's being sarcastic, everybody.
But yeah, Elvis, what do you think?
For me, this movie was it looks like in a couple years it'll probably be a guilty pleasure of mine. This movie it had a lot of pros. I would say, like, I would agree with you, Jesus. My pros were definitely the Rock. I was gonna say the Walk.
The Wok. It's Chinese food cooking.
The movie, the Walk. Definitely The Rock, and definitely Jason Statham. And their dynamic, I would watch them like beat each other to a pulp, like for 2 hours,
Or baking a cake.
Yeah, or baking a cake. I would watch them do anything together.
Yeah,
it was, and I kind of agree with you. I didn't like Vin Diesel. He's kind of becoming like. At first, I thought it was going to be like a type of mind control thing that they had, because I was like, after this one, what are they going to do? Go in space? Because this is literally a superhero movie. Like, The Rock is curling a like a concrete bench.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? I was just like, are you kidding me right now?
But it's The Rock, though. It makes sense.
Yeah, The Rock. I mean, yeah, he probably does in real life. Yeah. But Jason Statham. I mean, the prison fight kind of reminded me a little bit of Watchmen. Did you guys see Watchmen?
Yeah.
When
Watchmen,
that prison fight, but a little bit less dirty. But I didn't like what's his face? Scott Eastwood. I didn't like him.
Yeah.
I didn't like him at
Very
all.
cheesy.
No.
He was trying so hard in this movie. When he was there, him and Tyrese also, I hated him in this movie.
Yeah, he was
like
not
I'm
good.
getting more tired of him every movie. Why is he in these movies? What does he do good? All he's there is for like the comic. He says a little joke,
Comic relief.
and then all he does is mess up, and the whole team, it looks like, hates him.
Yeah.
Like
I'm number
Ludacris.
11.
Yeah, like Ludacris, like the entire like, why is he there? Oh, I'm gonna drive a orange Lamborghini just 'cause it's cool. Like, we're in a superhero movie. Let's do whatever we want.
He's stereotyped.
And him and Scott Eastwood, if they want to keep doing that back and forth in the next movie, I'm done, because their back and forth was so bad. And Scott Eastwood trying to be a little funny, like he's like, "Oh, I don't even know what he was saying."
Yeah.
He's not. I mean, you're trying to be your dad too much. Calm down a little bit. Go do some westerns. Even though he did do a western, and I heard it was not even that good.
Fury?
No. But
Never.
so yeah, definitely for me a lot more cons, but in a couple years this will be like a movie we look back on. We're just like, look, it wasn't trying to be super serious. In a couple years from now, they're going to be in space. They're going to go to Mars.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Catching missiles, throwing them at each other. It was so yeah. But some of the pros, Cuba. I am Cuban, so they started off the movie in Cuba.
They did. That's why Vin Diesel's Spanish is better than mine.
Yep.
I know. I was
Or
like,
it's not. It's
That
actually
part
terrible.
was so cheesy though. When
It's terrible.
when he's talking in Spanish and he's like telling that kid about the car. So
I know.
this car's your spirit. Never
Yeah,
lose it.
it's
I was
terrible.
like, oh my god.
yeah, the dialogue. Who didn't F. Gary Gray do this? Who was this?
Yeah, he directed
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F. Gary
That's why it
Gray.
wasn't really that bad of a movie, but
It wasn't too bad, but it's
there was some cheesiness to that.
But the
movie.
writing
this-
wasn't that bad. But anyways.
No, go ahead, Mike.
yeah. Go ahead.
Obviously, the pros, I agree with you guys. The Rock and Jason Statham. You know, at what point did The Rock and Jason Statham become great actors in comparison to the other people in this movie? Like, I mean, when I was like, wow, The Rock's acting is really good, and so is Jason Statham's. Like, that's crazy. So those were definitely the positives. You know, their dynamic was great. I really like The Rock as like the Hulk. That's what I called him, because like he's getting shot at and bullets are bouncing off of
Rubber
him. I'm
bullets.
like,
I know.
He's like, bad idea.
he's literally like wiping them off his shirt, like he's got dirt on his shirt. I'm like, wow, he's the Hulk now, right?
He's the Hulk.
He's literally the Hulk driving
getting
like
ready
the
for that Black
biggest.
Adam role.
Like, yeah, he's literally driving like the biggest vehicles, like, you know what I mean, grabbing just missiles with one arm and just, I don't know, it was crazy. So like that's the Hulk for me. Jason Statham, obviously Captain America, right? Boom, there you go.
Oh my god.
That's what it is. Right? So, but they were amazing together. Great chemistry. I mean, great action. I don't know, where else can you go with Fast Furious franchise? You know,
Space.
Cons.
Alien
Vin Diesel,
Covenant.
easy. Cons were easy. Vin Diesel obviously was a big con. His character's just undeveloped, just terrible. They tried everything in the book to try to give him some emotional something, and he just didn't deliver. Even having a kid, how you not deliver after you have a man? I just don't get it. Like, you know, your kid's gonna get killed. Your baby's mama just got killed in front of you. You can't shed
so
a tear.
we're already heading into spoiler territory.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's,
Yeah,
But
sorry.
go ahead.
No,
No, go ahead.
No,
It was a good
that's my
segue.
fault. But I also didn't like, what's her name's feel and look of like Angelina Jolie in Gone in 60 Seconds. She literally looked like Angelina Jolie in Gone in 60 Seconds. That's true. Dreads, everything. She looked just like her. I didn't really care for that too much, but her acting, I mean, you got to give it to her. She's a phenomenal actress. So
I think it was a paycheck for her.
yeah, it was. It had to have been.
Yeah.
And Kurt
Do
Russell
you guys think
too.
she was a good villain though?
No.
No,
You didn't think
not
so?
at all.
She was
I thought she was
I thought she was a twirly mustache.
I thought-
like her motives were just like, I just
Twirly
want to do
braid.
this. Yeah, twirly dread. Like she had no really like motivation. Really, she was
No.
like, I just want to be bad. I want to control like everybody in the world.
Honestly, they had all male villains up to this point, and they wanted a female villain.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Makes sense.
And nothing against that, but it just make her a little bit more. They couldn't make her stronger for some reason in this role, so they made her more technological. Like she's a hacker, right?
Yeah.
Like she was a couple steps ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a female hacker from the last one that they brought in this time, and so they kind of had their hacker moment and all that fun stuff. So I don't know. You know, it was all right. It was not great, but I don't know.
Before this movie came out, where was this on your guys' spectrum of?
Not even in my atmosphere.
This wouldn't even be on my top 10.
Yeah.
I think I watched it the week after its release. watch it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which I thought was fitting.
It came out the week of Star Wars Celebration, so we were busy that week.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But even if I wasn't at Celebration, I still was like, nah. I was like, I'll wait. And it was still like the movie's making money, and these movies are as long as they keep making money, they're just gonna like skyrocket into like the next 10 movies they're gonna announce.
It already hit $1 billion now.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
And that's the sad part. All three of us already saw it. We don't like it. Like, I mean, these franchises are bringing people to the theater, and so
It's definitely a mainstream type movie.
I honestly think it's because of The Rock and Jason Statham. It's definitely not Vin Diesel.
I agree.
You know, it's not Ludacris or Tyrese Gibson.
I would say it's everybody.
Yeah, I mean, people are a fan of, you know, what they want to be fans of. In my opinion, I think it was Jason Statham and The Rock. I think they're the ones that they have so much charisma on that screen. And the chemistry between each other, it was really good. And then Charlize Theron, you know, I didn't think she was a bad villain. I thought she was all right. I didn't like the way they ended the movie where she escapes, and you know they're going to use her for the last two movies.
She's going to bring her sister this time.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie's going to come this time, right?
With the dreads.
With the same dreads. She's going to steal a car in 60 seconds.
Yeah. But I mean, I thought, you know, other than that, it was just, other than the pros, I thought it was just too cheesy. You know, extra cheese on that taco, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and here's what gets me, and I know this has been said before, but why are they always able to shift gears when they're going full speed, and all of a sudden trouble gets close to them, and then they shift to this extra gear all of a sudden, and then they're able to take off. I'm like, where does this extra gear come from? And why weren't you in this extra gear already? To like, the sub's chasing them, like, oh, I better switch another gear and hit this extra gear and then take off. And I'm like, where was that extra gear before?
I don't know. You lost me. I don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, you never know stick shift.
I'm thinking about how these people are catching missiles, and you're worrying about.
Think about it. They're always shifting gears. Right?
They're
at full
unleaded
speed.
or diesel?
No, they're always at full speed, and they're still shifting gears. I'm like, you're at full speed. Why are you shifting gears, man?
I have no idea. I'm like,
these people are definitely just.
I'm telling you. Well, I get it. I get for a movie, it looks good to be shifting gears all the time. But if you're at full speed, you're probably in sixth gear at this point. Like you shouldn't be shifting.
That's what gets Mike off, shifting gears.
No, it kills me. Like, come on now.
Where's the realism?
Yeah, I know. You're
like, why are you shifting gears? Where
cars flying out of buildings and all that stuff.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Mike's and I already talked about the missile. Don't get me wrong. This is the final moment.
I mean, that's believable. I mean, The Rock can do anything.
Yeah. I believe that.
Never mind rubber bullets bouncing off of him. Like, he's shaking them off. Don't worry about that.
His one-liners, man. I want to see him and Arnold and their primes.
And the soccer scene?
Soccer scene was so hilarious.
The Haka war dance?
Yes. And all the soccer moms staring at him. He didn't even care.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
I thought that was great. But,
yeah, like I said, like it was definitely like he definitely has a charisma, you know, especially from his wrestling days. I used to be a fan of wrestling, watching him.
Yeah.
He definitely carries it over to the movies.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean...
And I mean, what about this ending credit? Like, we need to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk about Vin Diesel deciding to scrap this end credit scene because he wasn't in it, and it's supposed to reference this, you know, offshoot movie, a spinoff. Yeah. And Vin Diesel said no. Like, I mean, that's insane to me. I think maybe he recognized that everybody was going to understand easily that The Rock and Jason Statham were the pros of this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get that. Like
his ego. That's
his
what it
ego,
was.
Yeah. And he was a producer of the movie, so he had a lot of say in it. But man, you didn't bring the acting either. Like,
he tried a little too hard. He was trying to go for the Oscar in this one.
Yeah, I mean, and what kind of ego is like, well, let my character be the bad guy because my whole team needs to team them up on me and they can barely take me. Like, I'm like, man, you know,
you guys didn't have family. You guys didn't say family enough in that clip.
Yeah, this eighth movie is gonna say family as many times as all 7 movies did together.
It's true, man. But it's definitely. You guys want to score it up? Actually, first, who wants to do?
Yeah, let's talk about the scoring system. Let's remind everybody of the scoring system.
EJ, you want to talk about the scoring system?
Mike, you want to do it? I forgot it.
So, what we're doing, we have a scoring system that we like to give movies. Basically, 95 to 100%, we say we're going to go opening weekend. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, opening weekend.
So, 95 to 100% opening weekend. And then 80 to 95%, we're going to say no rush, no crowd.
85 to 90?
85 to 90, 80 to 95%, I thought. And then 70 to 80 was Purchase it on DVD or on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
You know, bring it at home, add it to your collection. It's worth it, but you don't need to see it in theater.
Yeah.
And then anything below that, Jesus has a coin term that he loves to use.